Hey there folks, welcome to Green Valley, Nebraska by DJ Modding. This is a pre-release preview. We're going to take a little tour around the map and check it out. A couple disclaimers, this map is still in testing, so there may be changes by the time this map is released. I will leave a link to DJ Modding's Facebook page in the description below, so feel free to go check him out, give him a follow, and that way you'll be notified of all of his updates directly from him. I do want to thank DJ for giving me the opportunity to give a map tour. That is really cool. Very much appreciated. And let's get going. There are some things about this map we'll talk about along the way. I do have the info triggers turned on just so you can see where they are. A very nice dealership here. A lot of details around. I do like the banners on the wall. All of these items placed back here that you can even move. A lot of time went into the dealership here. Very well done. Check out this old cash register. That is very cool. So there is a wash bay there in the back, and then you also have the main repair bay over here. These doors do function, and you see there the repair trigger or customizing trigger. Very, very nice. There are some decorative items here around the parking lot. You see some bobcats there, and then you do have some case equipment down the line. And then you also have your spawn trigger here as well. There is a fuel tank there in the back. But one thing that I was a little thrown off about, all of this red, and then this. Hidden down here at the end so nobody would see it. Oh boy. Well, let's go hop in this little International Scout. I thought was fitting for this tour, since we do have the case thing. Do have custom Nebraska license plates. So that is a nice touch. You don't have the Elm Creek license plate. There are quite a few productions on this map that are in addition to the base game productions. You do have whiskey, beer, wine, ethanol, potato chips, soy milk, and pasta, and oatmeal. So that is very cool. If you like productions, you have plenty of options there. And I don't know what is going on here. I've been having some trouble with equipment. Like the gears are not wanting to shift. Alright, we're going to go down here and take a look at the first farm. We're going to take a left right here. As you can see, there are some nice contours on the landscape here. It is not just a flat map. Fields are pretty big. As this is a 4X map, there's a lot of land. They're big fields, but they're not so big they're unmanageable. So I actually really like this. There are some smaller fields as well, and we'll take a look at that too. And this is the first farm you start with if you start in new farmer mode. So we'll leave the truck there and we'll just take a look around here. So we do have all of these buildings. This one here is empty. Oh, we have some video games back here. Oh, that one's broken. A lot of detail around the map. I really like what DJ has done. Putting things around. In this shed back here, you do have a case magnum, a Kverneland mower. You got the Lemken Solitaire seeder, and then a sprayer, a Hardy sprayer. Oh, how about that? We have DJ Modding license plates on everything. Very cool. You do have fuel at the farm. And let's see what's over here. This is one of the animal pens. This would be the pig pen. And you do have a water tank here. Let's take a look and see. 200 pigs. So you can have quite a few pigs. You do have some water triggers there. So you also have this barn up here. With some big equipment in here. Got a big case Magnum, 400. You have both of your headers here, and a big case 9250 combine. You got the Mac and the trailer there. So a lot of big equipment right out of the gate if you want to play with what DJ has provided. And he has set you up really well, so it would be a fun start. You got a big Demco grain cart. You have a pickup truck in this shed here. You got a big Steiger over here as well. And then you have your Kinsey planter. And out this side, you go over there, and that is the cow barn. So you do have your milk trigger over there in that barn. And then, of course, this is your cow barn here. And let's see how many it holds. I think 200. Yes, 200 cows as well. And then for this pen, there's actually 2 cow pens on this farm, and it also holds 200. So you could have 400 cows. Be a pretty decent operation. So one thing I want to talk about is the silos. Don't bring your crop to put in the silo, because what's going to happen is it's going to sell it. First, you have to, if you want to use these silos as storage, you need to come over here and buy the grain dryer. And then you can store your crops in here. Now, it will not show up in your storage screen here. You won't see it show up. But if you pull under it with a truck or trailer and click the fill trigger, it will tell you how much you have in storage. Same thing with the harvest stores, is you have to buy these to use them. So that is something to keep in mind. Make sure that you buy both the grain dryer, corn dryer, and the harvest store silo if you want to use them. And then over here you got some seed storage. I believe this is seed and fertilizer, lime storage. So that is the farm there. Let's go ahead, hop up in the air here, and just give you an overhead view of what it looks like. So it's a big farm. It is a big farm. You do have some large custom cow pens, cow pastures out here. And as well as the pig pasture over there. I guess that's what you call a pig pasture. And then over here, as part of this farm, you do have some flat bottom bins over here. You do need an auger to get the grain in and out. So keep that in mind. But you see, this is one of your starting fields. And this one over here. So pretty large fields. Pretty large fields. You're going to need big equipment on this map. So let's go ahead and jump back over here in the Scout So looking at the map, we are up here at the Green Valley Ranch. So we're going to come down this road here and check out a couple production locations. And we're going to head on down to Ashley Farms. So as you can see here, you know, this looks like it's up elevated a bit. And as we go down here, we're going to head down in elevation a little as we head down toward the river. So I really like what DJ has done with this map. It is rolling contours, and it's just not one big flat piece of land or jagged drops. It is really, really well done. So I'm not going to go through all of the productions on the map here just because, as I said before, there's so many. But you see here, we do have a plant over here, Nebraska wheat, and then over here we do have a few more. You have Thompson there, and then you have the potato chip plant, and then you got the oil factory there. So if we zoom in, take a look, you got the oil mill, the chip factory, a grain mill, and then Thompson vac grain, which should just be a sell point. And you can see over there the bridge crossing the river. I cannot imagine how long it took to build that bridge. So we're going to continue on down the road here, and we are going to cross over the river. As you can see, there are some smaller fields down here along the river. So if you didn't want to start out with really large fields, you could have some smaller ones. And by small, they're not really small, but they're small compared to the other fields on the map. Big fields of corn. A couple more things about the map. DJ does have custom lighting added in the mornings and evenings. There's a little bit more orange coloring, and the nighttime is darker. It does have a custom geo built into the map. And also the corn and soybeans can be harvested in the winter. It does say that you can double crop soybeans. And there are 39 arable fields with some meadows thrown in amongst them. So this is one of the other farms here on the map. It is a little bit smaller than the farm we just were at. If you look here, we do have some silos, much like the other. Make sure you buy the dryer so that you don't just sell your crop. And then we have more buildings up here, and of course they are empty. No equipment over here, but still very, very, very well detailed. Again, with a fuel trigger and then a larger shed back here. Plenty of storage. I do like this area back here. Nicely manicured. It goes up to the field. And of course you have your pasture here for your cows. Again, another harvestor silo. So let's go ahead and hop up in the air. We'll just take a real quick aerial look at this farm. And this is Ashley Farms here in the south. west corner of the map. And then you do have another animal pen over here as well. So if we take a look at the map here real quick, it is down here, Ashley Farms. And you have your grain dryer, water tank, gas station, fermenting silos all show up. Of course, the animal pens don't because we don't own the land. But I would believe this would be a cow pen as well, because we do have our milk tanks there. So very, very nicely done. I like these custom animal pens. I like when that's done. To me, it just makes the map seem just that more authentic. All right, so we're going to get turned around here. All right, so we are going to head on down and take a left. But before we do, I wanted to show you across the road here is a large forest area. And then down the road that way, we do have a fuel station. So if we take a look at the map, you have your fuel stations, a sell point as well, a carpentry location, and your sawmill is down there as well. And this is the forest area down here, so you see it's quite large. A couple more things about this map is there are a total of 7 dairy barns, 2 pigsties. There's also anhydrous on the map as a fertilizer type, and also 2 fire stations. Both of those fire stations have animated doors. You do have a fuel station here. And we're going to take a left here. I do like this road right here. This winding road up this hill. A little bit more detail than just straight up. Really like it. Well done. Although I cannot drive. Alright, we are to the top of the hill here. And as you can see here, there are a good number of productions over here. On our left, we have the ethanol plant. So if you want to produce some ethanol, you can. And then over here, whoa, there's some characters. We do have a couple of more productions up here. You have the Providence Grain Solutions. I believe that is a sell point. Then over here you do have a whiskey and a beer production facility. So that is pretty neat. A lot of different production options here on this map. Very, very cool. So we're going to take a right and we're going to run right down here and take a look at an overlook. So one thing that's interesting is this field that is down here. Oh boy. Let's jump up in the air here and take a look at it. You would have to drive down that to get to this field. If you wanted to, I guess you could come in from that direction as well. That's brutal right there. Coming down all of those rocks. I mean, that's steep. Maybe you could do some rock climbing. Ooh. Need to find a buggy mod. And so right down here, around the curve, there's a nice little overlook. So we'll fly out here. And you see, very nice little overlook. Overlooking the river. and the bridge. It's the little details that really make a map. I like that. I really do. Alright, so let's back out of here. Alright, so we're not going to go across the bridge just yet. I'll save that till the very end. But we're going to head back down this way. We're going to head back to town. Or to one of the towns here on the map. Well, as we head down this way toward the town, you can see that there is a whole lot of land down here available to farm. But one thing that stands out is the church steeple here as you come into town. A lot of decoration, manicured area around the church. You got the City of Hay Springs, Nebraska sign there, and then of course you do have all of this town area. Whole lot of detail and a whole lot of folks walking around on the street, so be very careful. We do have some yellow lights there, so maybe we just need to slow down. So very, very well done. A lot of detail down here, but it is very hard to see it from the ground level. So I'm just going to pull over and we'll take a quick tour in the air. So we're back over here near the church. And as you can see, there's a whole lot here in this little town. Of course, you do have some restaurants. You have your water tower, city hall, fire department, gas station, little strip malls here, and a few sell points and production locations as well. You do have a nice lake over here beside the town, and there are cabins and campsites all along the perimeter. And if we take a look at the map here, we're down here in Hay Springs. You have a lot of sell points here: gas station, bowling alley, McDonald's, Dollar General, Tim Hortons, strip malls. You do have the winery here as production, the cereal factory, the spinnery, and the tailor shop. And then a few more sell points as well. And then while we're up in the air, I'm just going to zip across over here to this location here. This is a Cargill location here. And here on the map, you see it is over here on the far eastern side of the lake. So we're just going to zip back over here to the car. Nobody took it. That was good. Honest folks in this town. So from here, we're just going to go straight across. We're going to head up to the next farm location that we're going to take a look at. Now, stop signs, they mean nothing to me, so I am just going to run right through them. So there's some grain bins over here as well, just like there were on the other farm. We do have a little different color theme going on this farm here. Same thing, not going to look in all of the buildings here, but let me just hop up in the air and give you a quick flyover. We do have plenty of storage. You do have another animal pasture back there. Two animal pastures. More storage. More storage. You do have your harvest stores. And you do have your corn drying silo. Very nicely done. So let's take a look. This is up just north of the town, and that is here on Hillside Ranch. So the farms on this map are very nicely done. A lot of buildings, a lot of storage. Really set up so that you can just hop in and do some farming. So right here beside this farm, let's take a look at the map. That road will just go on to the edge of the map. So we're actually going to take a left and head north here on the map. So as we come down the hill here, you notice that we are descending down into the river bottom here. So very good attention to detail on the elevation changes here as we move about the map. The river is really nice. And we do have a biogas plant here on the map if you'd like to use that in your playthrough. And then this next farm here is the Fair Oaks farm. And I'm just going to pull over right here. There's no traffic on this road. And we do have another custom farm layout. Now this farm is kind of spread out more linear. You do have your cow pasture down here. You do have a harvester silo again on the farm. And then a couple storage sheds, three storage sheds over here. And then of course your silo system, your grain dryer, and then your house. And then that looks like a pig pen down at the far end. So very, very nice. I do like the detail around these sheds. You can see there are bushes. The grass has been manicured. You got old tires and old bins laid around. So they're not just thrown on the map. DJ has taken great care to do a lot of decorating and to make these look as realistic as possible. So kudos to him for taking the time and putting in the effort to build these custom farms. But I don't know why my truck won't go any more than 17 miles an hour. It's like it's not wanting to shift. I've been having this issue on other maps as well, so I think I have a mod that's giving me a fit here. Okay, we're scrapping the truck. Come back and get that later once I figure out what's going on. So let's just go ahead and fly the remainder of this tour. And I do apologize for that. So we're just going to zip down this road here. We're going to get down to the other town. But as we get closer, you see, we start getting into some homes. We do have a sell point there, a couple sell points. And then again, much like the other town, you have plenty of shops, stores, etc. down here. Really well done. I like the DJ does a great job on his towns. So he is, again, done a great job. Real quick on the map, we'll take a look. There are a couple production points down here. You got the bakery, the dairy, and the sugar mill. And then, of course, there are sell points galore. I mean, they are everywhere. So if we take a look actually at the, just look at wheat. I mean, where do you want to sell it? Wherever you want to, because there is plenty of places to sell it. So as we zip around here, there is a large field there and then the edge of the map. And then we're going to ease down here. You do have the animal dealer right beside Walmart. That's kind of fitting. You do have your animal dealer here. And then what I'm going to do is if you continue down this road here, and then we're going to go to the next road. Yep. Next road. And then we're going to head down to the south. There's one other little area here. You got your tractor supply. There's your anhydrous location, or at least the one I have found. There may be others. I don't know that for sure. But you got propane and anhydrous available to buy right there. And then another sell point here and rock crusher. One thing that I really thought was impressive with this map is this bridge. I mean, this thing is massive. That's impressive. It goes all the way across. That is something else. So the only other thing I want to show you here is DJ has incorporated down the kind of the center of the map. It's basically like a nature preserve. You see all the folks down there walking down the sidewalk. So if we take a look at the map real quick, we're here, kind of here in the middle of the map along this area here. So from here all the way up is a natural area, and he has it set up kind of as maybe a national park or a state park or something like that. So that is pretty cool. So it's a lot of different things on this map that you would see in the real life. You got your farmlands, you have your towns, you have your nature preserve. So it is really, really well done. You do have the ranger station out here along the road. Yep, there you go. So it's Stan Haggart State Preserve, Department of Natural Resources. So what do you guys think? Who's going to give it a playthrough once it releases? I know that I am definitely going to have a go at it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the map tour, and if you did, please be sure to give this video a like. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate if you consider subscribing to my channel today. Be sure to go check out DJ, give him a like, a follow, and leave him a comment. Let him know that you appreciate his work and that you're looking forward to this map. Thank each of you for watching. I appreciate the continued support, and I hope that each and every one of you have a very blessed day.